BT, riding for Wally. Kill everybody walking. You know that it's on the finest. BT, how they want you bringing them BT, riding for Wally. Kill everybody walking. You know that it's on the finest.
What's going on, guys? I appreciate you joining me on the Civility Mindset channel. Today I'm kind of cleaning up on something that I have done. I haven't put the video out just yet. It's about the PC Charger Ruger. It's a really good gun. It had a few jams on that I really did not like. 7 jams out of 200 rounds, that's a lot, right? So I'm hoping it's a break-in issue, so I'm here today to kind of shoot it again, get it on point, and see what I like. If I like in it, if I'm not, I'm gonna probably just keep it, just to keep it for a little while, and maybe even sell it down, down the line sometime. But right now, I'm gonna change from 115 to 124 grain, and I'm gonna see if that helps it out a little bit more. Maybe get less jamming, if any at all. And then I'm going to take it and I'm probably going to set down maybe like 50 rounds in a row with my suppressor on, just to see if it is maybe just an ammo issue. But if not, I might have to retire that thing. I do like it a lot. It looks good, shoots well, real soft shooter, all that stuff. But to be quite honest with you, the fact that it jammed that many times, not really okay with it. But who knows, it could be just a break-in issue. So I'm going to give it a chance, maybe a few months, and then if not, then it's going to either be sold or I'll keep it and give it to somebody down the line when the shit hits the fan and they just need something. So wish me luck and we'll see what happens. All right, so I've got it zeroed in at 115 grain. So I am going to now zero it in at 124, so it's a better shot. All right, so here's another jam, and this is the PC Charger, and I'm using multiple different types of ammo. All right, and this ammo is really good. It actually comes from one of the HK distributors that I had when I bought the what was it, the MMP, the MP5, and I just didn't like it, so I sold it. And now that was giving me more jams than this thing does. So we'll see. Let's just hope it's, like I said, a break-in issue. But as you guys saw, that was 2 rounds and a jam. That's disgusting. This thing is pretty damn on point though. So I'm gonna put it on safety. I'm gonna take you guys down range real quick so you can see the hits. All right, so you see I haven't changed anything. That was set at 115, and I believe I got 2 in the middle, 1 out. Yeah, 2 in the middle, 1 out. So maybe I might knock it up 1 notch. I mean, to be honest with you, nah, I'll keep it as is. That's one of them's dead center. So maybe I'll shoot like 10 more rounds and see how consistent this is. But again, you guys saw already there was 1 jam. And that being said, 1 in every 10 rounds, that's not going to be good. And maybe it's just a break-in issue where, you know, 60 more rounds, 100 more rounds, it'll be perfect and never jam. That's cool, but I'm not really a fan of that. That to me is a bad weapon. If it takes that many rounds just to get on point, that's not a good day. I want to go in. There's number two. Number two for you. There's number three. Number three. This is 124 grain. Let's see if it's the magazine, all right? Because that is a possibility. All right, well, that's going to be something that I'm going to have to look into now. I'm going to have to look into this magazine potentially just being an old magazine. Maybe something I might have to consider getting rid of. But I'm going to do a few more rounds out of this just to make sure. Getting a little blowback, and it's hitting me in the face pretty good, but there is a suppressor on here, so it is to be expected. All right, well, that might have been the issue. So it might not be a PC charger thing, might be a magazine thing. So if that is the case, that is awesome. And I really hope that is the case, because I did not want to get rid of this thing. It's a soft shooting weapon. It's pulling right quite a bit, but that's probably due to just me. I'll put up another target and I'll take some slower and more steady shots. But you know, if this is a person at 50 yards out with a suppressor on, you guys be the judge. At 50 yards out, that's not too bad. I would like more in here. That right there seems irregular. So I'm going to put up another target, or actually I'll just shoot down here for a harder target to shoot and see what happens. When you zone in for a smaller target, it will show you everything that's going on. Sometimes what it does is it'll either show you deficiencies, which is good, and it'll also show you that your ammo could be off. I know this ammo's not off, and more than likely I either need to adjust the optic just a little bit more, or it's just me shooting and I'll keep the 0 that it has at 50 yards out. And again, this magazine seems to be doing very well with this. So with this ammo and this weapon. So it's probably just an old mag that I have used for quite some time, a few years now, and I might just need to replace it, put it in a bag where I have all the older magazines and just get rid of it, or use it for parts. Honestly, with that shot right there, I think I'm just gonna keep the 0, and it was pretty much just me. I can't get any better than what I just did. I mean, I probably could if I tried harder, breathed a little less, kind of, you know, whatever, yada yada yada. But when you see this, honestly, you can't get better than that. I mean, I might just go up maybe 1 notch, honestly. I don't even know. I think I'm gonna keep it. So at 50 yards out, I was aiming for here and I got right there. I mean, you tell me, what would you do? I think I'll keep it. I'm gonna go for this guy and then that guy right there, and those 2 shots to me will determine whether it's on point or not. If it's within an inch from it, say up, down, left, right, doesn't matter. If it's way off, it's probably just me fucking that up. But if it's like within an inch, you can't ask for anything more than that. It's a 9mm, right? So that being said, it's not supposed to hit long distance at such a precise measure. It's not. I'm gonna take a second shot at the top. They're both legit at the same spot. I'm gonna do 2 shots. I'm gonna finish up. I'm gonna do 3 shots. 1 at the bottom, 1 at the top, 1 on the side, and it should really be close, if not even dead on. All right. Now, from the looks of it, I got 2 in the same spot on the top, like super close to each other. I got 2 on the left that are very close. And then on the bottom where I started initially, I think I got it. Yeah, I did. I got it dead center. So I'm going to keep that 0 and call it a day. Because if that was body at 50 yards out, I did more than well. Here you go. Here are the shots. And that is, again, the PC charger, all right, with a suppressor on it, of course. But that right there was my first shot. Second shot, I don't know where this one, I'm pretty sure this was the first. Could have been the second, or I don't know. You're just gonna have to, I'll check it out in the video on YouTube. And then this one right here, just 2 bad shots, really bad shots. But I mean, I'll take it. And again, here, even at 50, at shooting at such a small target, and I hit here, if this was a heart, if this was a lung or a liver or a kidney, you say they were running from you or whatever, you're still hitting that, right? So those are good shots. I'll keep the 0. Yeah. All right, I'll take it. All right, guys. So now I'm going to shoot 115 instead of 124. I just want you to see how fast this can be shot and really just how soft it shoots. That's 115. And it's a lot better of a spread. Only thing that happens is it's a lot louder, as you can tell. So I like it being a little more quiet, so I'm going to stick with the 124 and just go to the gym even harder and man up on it. But to be honest with you, I don't plan on using this thing. This is for the wife. So who knows? Maybe she'll stick with the 115 instead of the 124 because she's really not going to care. She's really just going to be happy that it's a lot quieter. All right, 0 hits on that target, as you can see. 10 yards out right now. And I'm just going to blaze through some of these rounds. All right, so let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Some people will say, do you prefer certain guns? I just like guns that go boom. I really love the 320. I don't trust it because of the issues that it's had with the company regarding discharges. But if this was something that I would carry outside waistband, absolutely, I would carry this all day. I really wouldn't worry too bad about shooting my, foot off versus my, my dick. But really good gun. Most people have nothing to worry about. It's a very rare thing, if at all, ever happening. It's something that happened years ago. It's just left a scar on me, so I just don't pick it up that much anymore. I use it as a house gun, so that if I had to, I can use it in defense. But really awesome, phenomenal gun, straight out the box. I mean, that one clearly has a grip module that I put on, Wilson Combat grip module, but it's a great gun, has just a shitty wrap. But let me pull out my Glock and I'm going to start actually shooting that today. All right, so here's my Glock, fully custom Glock. This has been still kind of undergoing certain changes, so now it's at its final stages of changes. Now I just got to work out the kinks, if there are still any out there. I mean, it seems so far so good. From my previous target that I just showed you guys, I mean, it looks like I'm shooting the same kind of patterns. So really, the only difference is the ports, and I find it to be very awesome. to me, shoots softer than any other gun that I've ever shot before. My duty weapon, if you will, for lack of a better term, that shoots just as soft as this because it has the same kind of porting. But I think this is ready to go again. I'm just going to do a few more rounds, and I think this is good to go back into rotation on my concealed carry equipment. All right, so I'm not going to change the target because to me, I feel I don't need to. So I am just going to continue to test this out, and you guys will just keep watching, and if I have a jam or some kind of issue, you'll notice it. All right, so again, I'll show you. You'll start to see that it's tearing away the center a lot more and more and more. Most of those hits that you see on here, a couple of those were from the 320, and most of my direction is clearly center. So, I mean, I'm shooting fast with this thing, but those ports are really what does the trick. It helps a lot. And yes, okay, the red dot, it sure helps as well, but it's really the ports, because I could do the same thing with the irons as you saw before with the 320. So really no difference. The difference is really in the ports. And again, guys, use ports if you want to at your discretion, but use the technology that is out and available today, because if you're not, you're doing yourself a disservice. All right, by the looks of it, it's going back in rotation. All right, so I honestly don't think it's compromised anymore. I think it can go back in rotation. I will always have a thought back in my mind just in case that it might not be perfect, so I should keep in mind that I could get a jam, but I think this thing is right on the money now. All right, yeah, I think that's enough ammo for me to know that this thing is good money. It's going back in rotation. That's all she needed to do for me. And I just shot 5 more than I should have. So I hope the guys don't come out and get pissed off at me, but it was worth it. All right, so I have to do the outro here. My phone, for some reason, just deleted or didn't record some of the outro. So I'm just going to do it here at the house. This thing's pretty awesome. I do like it. Certain things I don't like with it, and the fact that this moves just a little bit, not a big fan of that. The safety selector switch really sucks. It's down at the bottom. The fact that if I take the magazine out, excuse me, but if I take the magazine out, and let's say I wanted to lock the bolt to the rear, I actually have to put it on my chest, put my finger back like that, and push up in here. There's a button right there. It's like a round button, but the button is to have it to release, and then I can re-release it, or I can push it up. See, here's the button right there. It sucks. It sucks that I have to take my hand off the weapon in order to manipulate the entire thing. I don't really like that, but whatever. Not something I can't look past. I wish this had top rail right here so I can put this further out up front, or even so I can put a switch on there so that I can put my thumb up top, and then I can use my weapon mounted light a little better. But whatever, maybe they come with a longer front portion, a longer barrel. I don't know. I added this little guy right here so that if I wanted to if I ran into another, because I'm not going to get another, if I ran into another when the shit hits the fan, a Ghost 45, I can just slap that on real quick without having to worry about it, and I'll probably just keep it on regularly. That's pretty much on the negatives. I like that. The positives, it's real clean shooter, real soft. 115 grain is real soft with this thing. 124 makes it pack a punch pretty well. Let me see what else. I like the fact that it comes with its own foregrip where I just adjusted it. It came further up. I just reversed it and it fell right into the position that I like it in. It comes with like a blue tint. So I put a blue gray, a blue grip on there just to make it match. And honestly, that's it. I have no qualms with this thing. I actually like it pretty much, just as much as my CZ Scorpion, if not maybe a little bit more. I wouldn't go that far, but I do like it. I'm looking at it right now and it's pretty pissed off that I just said that. But this thing it's pretty awesome when you break it down to what it is and what it has. It's for something so small and compact, and being able to you have to push it up with 2 fingers for a while until it breaks in. But look how small this thing is. This thing is super tiny. So the fact that I can even use it with one hand, it's pretty awesome. I mean, I like it. The fact that I can, pop this in and out, maybe put it in a truck, maybe put it in under my pillow. It's that small. So, if you want something real tiny, real small, check out the PC charger, the Ruger. Just make sure your magazines are working well, because apparently it will offset the entire thing, which, I mean, usually would happen. So I'm going to run a few more magazines through this thing just to make sure that when I bring it out, I'm not going to be having issues. So I'd say that's about all I do and don't like about this. I give this thing, I don't know, like a 7 to an 8 out of 10. It's not perfect, but I don't dislike it to the point where I would sell it. Now that I found out what the issue was and it was just a magazine issue, it's not perfect, all right? I like I said, there's a few things that definitely should have been brought up, maybe changing this and putting a rail here, stuff like that. But, for the most part, it is what it is, and I like it. So 7 or 8 out of 10 for me, that's a pretty good buy. I don't know if I'm going to keep this thing suppressed. I think I'm just going to keep it as is like this, but I'm going to keep it dialed in at a suppressed state so that if the wife needed it, I could just toss this to her, give her the suppressor, and she's good to go. So I'm thinking she's going to probably rock out with this quite a bit. Yeah, that's it, guys. So I appreciate you joining me on the Civility Mindset channel, and I really hope this weapon is something that lasts a long time in my weaponry, and you'll see this more often depending on what comes out with it, and if there's new things that I can put to it, adapt to it. I highly doubt I'll be able to change the safety selector switch, because that's just integral, and I highly doubt this bolt catch is going to, or bolt release is going to change, because it's just, again, it's integral. So it just sucks. Some things do suck about it. Excuse me. Some things do suck about this, but for the most part, I really do like it. So 8 out of 10, pretty damn good. But appreciate you joining me here on the Civility Mindset channel. Get out there and train. Love you guys. Be safe. Peace.